and welcome to my studio vlog. I'm currently at home, not in the studio, but I will be in the studio later on where I'll be filming some more. If you're new here, my name is Lindsay and I am the maker and creator behind Wilks Candle Creations. I hand make and hand pour a range of soy wax candles, soy wax melts, room diffusers, room sprays, car diffusers, Hoover discs, all kinds of smelly goodness. And I've also ventured into my own drinkware, such as this little gorgeous beauty. And I also hand make a range of home decor pieces, such as my little trinket pots. Oh, this one's nearly made. And I've got that in cream as well. And I also make these little trays as well, which I love. I think this one's particularly gorgeous. I might be keeping this myself. Or should I list it on the website? Yeah. I made coaster sets as well. Little bee themed one. And this one too. I love this one. I think it's beautiful. Especially highlighted with the gold. It's gorgeous. And I make this as well. As you can see in this one, there's some bubbles and things. It's the nature of this eco resin. I do try on everything to get as many of the bubbles out as possible, but that's got probably one too many, so that'll probably be a home set. I also make 40 ounce, so I don't make the tumblers, 40 ounce tumblers. I decorate the 40 ounce tumblers. I'm not that great at, I can't work metal. Unfortunately, it's not a skill that I've learned. Watch this space, you never know. I do hope with this business that I can diversify. I'm a big stationery addict. I love stationery, always have done, even since I was a little girl. Love stationery, and I would love to be able to make my own. I am currently teaching myself the skills. I'm teaching myself the skills and resourcing manufacturers for like notepads and things, because it's not something that I think could teach myself enough to make myself. I don't think I have the time, so I am going to outsource those being made with my designs on. I'm doing that. I'm essentially having to reteach myself how to draw. I used to be very, very creative when I was younger. I did GCSE art, A-level art. Should have gone to art college, but that's another story. And I haven't really touched on my art skills for quite some time. For one reason or another, life got very, very busy. There was a lot of trauma. So I have pushed myself back into it because it's something that I really do thoroughly enjoy. And in the few moments where I've convinced my brain to actually sit and draw, thoroughly enjoyed it. Felt so relaxed. It's something that I love doing. So I might not bring stationery out till next year, possibly. I say that, and we've only got 6 months of the year left. Like, we're already halfway through. Flipping hell. Where's the year gone? Whew. Scary thought. But yeah, the stationery might not come until next year, but that is purely because I don't want to rush myself and put something mediocre out. That's not who I am. It's not what I do. Bit of a perfectionist. Even though my little neurodivergent brain goes off on like 7 different tangents at once. It does. Can't help it. It does. So yeah, welcome to the studio vlog. I will be filming more later on. I have a meeting at the moment due at 10 o'clock, and it's 9:30 now, at my eldest child's new senior school that she's going to in September, because she's 11. She's going up to senior school in September. It's scary. I have a meeting with the head of the SEN, because she is autistic and she has an EHCP which has just been granted, and I've just got the draft copy, so I want to go through that with them and for them to give me an idea of how they're going to implement that EHCP and what it's going to look like day to day for Holly, because my beautiful, beautiful child, and I am a mother so I am biased, but she genuinely is the sweetest, the nicest child. She loves everyone. She wants everyone to be friends. I suppose that's kind of naive because, humans, we don't all get along. But she she believes in magic still. She believes in the magic of goodness. And my big doubt, my big worry is that it's going to be killed. It's going to be annihilated. And I don't want that. I don't want part of her destroyed in the process of her education. So, because we all know children can be nasty. They can. But I can, hand on heart, even though I am biased because I'm her mum, can honestly say that my child doesn't have a nasty bone in her body. Imagine Snow White frolicking through the forest, playing with the animals, and that is Holly. She is just everything lovely in the world. And when something bad happens, she feels it with her whole heart, and it destroys me when I see her upset, because she's just... I'm going into a senior school, much bigger environment, definitely a lot more personalities in there, and I know that they're not all going to get along, and Holly's personality type might annoy or irritate another one, because you think no one can be that nice. Holly can be that nice, it's just the way she is. And she has such a love of learning. She adores being taught. Like she's like a teacher's dream. Every teacher that she's had so far in through primary has said to me, I wish I could have a classroom full of Holly. She wants to learn. She's thirsty for knowledge, which is brilliant. But it takes one teacher to have a bad day, to snap and say the wrong thing to her, and it'll kill it. And then I might have to get homicidal because I will be so angry. But yeah. So I'm going to school today for 10 o'clock, and I'm going to hurry up because I'm going to be late otherwise. And I'm going to ask what it's going to look like for Holly, how they're going to approach it, what they're putting in place to meet the needs of the EHCP and for Holly, and to safeguard her because she's very vulnerable and I'm terrified. That up there, that's her uniform for senior school. I've had to go and get it incredibly early because she's 11, but she looks like a 15 to 16-year-old. Like she's like 5'7", 5'6", 5'7". She's 11. She's 11 people. And she's up here on me, and I'm like 5'8", 5'9". So, yeah. She's a big one. She's a big girl. She's beautiful though. Beautiful. And I am a nervous ninny. Like, I've been to this school before because I've done fairs there, and I've done a walk around and things. Because I'm going to meet an individual that I've never met before. My anxiety is through the roof. And there's a strong possibility that I may cry when they're talking to me about Holly because I'm so emotionally invested in Holly doing well and being okay. I'm going to go do the meeting. And then I'll come pack my stuff up. And my computer and everything's here. Then I'll go to the studio because I've got some work to do. I've got some orders to pack up and send off. But I will update you on how the meeting goes. I don't mean to keep going on about my kids, but they are the biggest part of my life and come well before my business. I should have just started a send mum blog, shouldn't I? Not about candles, about my kids. Just pour candles on the side. No, but I'm going to go so I can get to this meeting and hopefully it goes well, and I will update you as to how it goes. My husband said he was going to come with me, but he's been on nights and he's gone to bed this morning. He told me to wake him up. I'm not going to. I'm going to leave him sleep. I'm going to tackle this head on myself. I mean, my husband is a stepdad, an actual biological dad. He lives up the road. We've got a great co-parent relationship. Holly knows nothing of any animosity between us or anything like that. She just knows mummy and daddy are best friends. Took a while to get there. Would I say we're best friends? Sometimes we barely tolerate each other, but Holly never knows about that. But we do get on. We make each other laugh. And I adore his partner. She's a wonderful woman, and she's great for Holly. Yeah. But he's in London, That's what I meant to say. He's in London working, so he can't come to the meeting either. So yeah, I'm going to do it myself, and I'm very nervous because I don't like going places myself. I go places myself all the time. I think it's a meeting a new person, and it's a very emotional subject for me that we're going to be discussing. Be fine. I've got this. Be fine. I'll update you when I'm done. Hi, I'm back. Complete different angle, complete different clothes and everything because it's Saturday. It's not Thursday anymore. I did go to the school meeting and I will tell you about that. I've just popped in to say I didn't get much work done over the week, but I did get some orders packed for hand delivery and one for sending off. So I'm going to put this footage in now. So enjoy that, and then we'll come back and we'll have a bit of a chit chat because things have changed. It's been dramatic, but things have changed. So come back and update you yet again. Okay, so we're going to pick an order out. It's for hand delivery, and it's actually for a member of my family. They had a birthday and I gave them a code to get some freebies off my website, and they took full advantage. It's beautiful to see. So we've got some snack bars first. We've got fresh linen, pop that in the bag. We've got Lenora Blue, which is just up here. Pop that in the bag if it'll go. And then we got Black Cherry. Where are you? I seen you the other day. There you are. Pop that in the bag. And then we've got some Hoover discs. So we've got a Black Cherry Hoover disc in the bag. And we've got baby powder. Now these smell incredible. If you love that new baby smell, these are for you. Pop them in the filter of your Hoover and it'll scent your house as you're hoovering. We've got some small black tin candles. We've got a Snow Fairy and a Rhubarb Dreams, and they are down here. So we've got a Rhubarb Dreams and we've got a Snow Fairy. Pop them in the bag. Tidy this bag up in a minute. So we've got that, and a Black Cherry room diffuser. We have one just in there. Beautiful. So that's their order all done. And we have another hand delivery order. This is just 2 items this time. And this is a lemon top room diffuser. She smelt someone else's and she really liked it, so she's getting that one. And a Savage car diffuser. Always lovely to give. Always lovely to put in the car, especially on warm days. Just smells nicer. So there we go. So them two will go in that bag, and that'll be hand delivered today. So here we have a package that is going out in the post, and we've got a lovely room diffuser, a lovely room spray to go with that as well, and some gorgeous Hoover discs. I love my Hoover discs. I love them in my Hoover. I have them every day. Well, not new one every day, but it smells gorgeous every day. And then we have a horoscope trinket tub, or trinket box. Even though it's round, it's not a box. It's circular. But it's lovely. It's all handmade. And then a lovely little tea light holder. I forgot what it was then. I forgot the name. But yeah, a lovely tea light holder. And they're all made with my water-based eco resin. And I'm topping this up quite healthily with packing peanuts, again, that are all reused and recycled, just to keep everything safe and nothing broken. Little cards in there, and then package it all up to go. Right, so I'd heard about this, again, add-on on Shopify Ivy, get it called Real Time Stack from another small business and creator. So I added it to my store. And you see this little green bit here, that's a person in my shop. They're currently sat on the home page, they're not quite sure where they're going. And then each of these is like a section on my website. See if they go anywhere. That person has actually just sent me a message on Instagram. I know who it is now. I've run out of something they wanted, and I haven't got the base to make that product at the moment. I need to order some in when I get back from holiday and I have a bit of cash in the bank. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's the first time I've actually been on here and I've seen someone in my shop. It sounds sad, that, doesn't it? The first time. But it is quite cool being able to see someone stood in my shop. I mean, I used to have a physical shop. I used to see people stood in my shop all the time. But it just takes on another level when it's online. Oh, I'm so sad. I know I am. But yeah, that's real-time stack. I love it. It's my go-to. Oh, here comes another person. Oh, there's a second person in my shop. Where are they going? Ah! Oh, they're looking at something. What they're looking at? Hoover discs. Looking at Hoover discs. Oh my god, there's 2 people in my shop. This rarely happens for me. My website sees no action for months and then suddenly people are there. I've had 11 people in there today. Ah! Like one of them was my nephew's missus, whose birthday just been, and I gave her a free birthday code, so she's been on a bought one birthday present off my website. Oh, the boss just stood there. Hello. Hello. I've got an order. Hey. Yep, one of them's just purchased. Wherever it is, it's stood at the checkout, I think. Let's go check. So, yeah, they've just seen me packing up a few little orders, some for hand delivery, want to get posted out, and then a clip of a new app on Shopify that I've added. Just amusing me no end, and I love it. And I'll be watching it all the time. Not that my website gets that busy, but you know, girl can dream. And I've also showed you some. I know that I've showed you some clips of my new candle range that's coming out next week on Friday, which I'm so excited about. I am so excited about that, but a lot of that's being put on the back burner. I'm so glad that I had social media over the last couple of days already automated and ready to roll, like scheduled, ready to roll after the other. So it took very little input from me because I've not been present in my business. I've not been. Just not been. I've hardly been in the studio. Most of Wednesday this week. It was Wednesday this week. I spent most of that day helping my nephew, his partner, and their little boy, who's 6 months old now. He was born in January, Lindsay. It's June. So yeah, helping them move into their new house because they were renting before when they first had him, and the landlord was atrocious, tragic. There was rats. Oh, I couldn't leave them living there, so they moved out of there in a rush, and they squeezed into my mum's house, like really squeezed, and they finally managed to get the new house sorted. They're in, kind of. We'd be moving them in, and that was the big focus for this week. And then I went and did the SEND meeting for my eldest at her new senior school. And it was actually a really good meeting. The teacher, part of the SEND team that I met, was really good. She deals with children with EHCPs all the time. And she said to me she normally has it a lot planned out by now, but obviously Holly's EHCP's only just come through, it's only just been granted, so she didn't have the draft copy yet, but I've gave her a copy of my draft because I'm actually quite pleased with the EHCP. It's very robust. They've done everything they possibly can apart from actually giving the budget for a one-to-one, which she doesn't actually require, I don't think. I think that would be overkill for Holly. So I wanted to see what they would do, what the senior school would put in place. But before they'd even received my copy of the draft EHCP, they'd already decided that they have a section within the school that's called a learning zone, and it's where they can have very much smaller, more intimate classes. And that's what Holly needs, what she learns best in. And they'd already decided that 50 to 60% of Holly's learning will take place in that. Fabulous. They went through the HCP with me, the little bits that they needed, and I came away quite reassured that they were very receptive to supporting Holly and getting her education right and making sure that the teachers knew how to approach Holly, because even when she does go from the learning zone to an actual big classroom with the rest of the students that are going with her from the learning zone, there'll be a TA that goes along with that group, that will stay in that classroom as well. So if Holly does have a bit more of an intensive need, it'll be met. Best news in the world. So yeah, incredibly happy, overjoyed, great stuff. And I left the meeting. I had all plans to pick a bit of food up, go to the studio, do some work, film for the vlog. I got to the studio, and before I could do anything, my phone rang, and it was the I'm not going to go into detail about this because Holly sees a counsellor once a week because she is autistic and she's transitioning from a small primary school to a large senior school. It's very daunting, a lot of anxiety and stress. It's a massive change for her. So she sees a counsellor based around that. The school organised it so that she could have someone to talk to, someone to talk through her emotions with. Someone that wasn't so emotionally invested like me, because I don't want her, she's a people pleaser. So I don't want her to put on a facade and pretend that she's okay when she's not. Which she would try to do for me because she wants me to be happy with her. And I would be happy with her, but she doesn't want me to worry. She's so sweet. So the school organised a counsellor, full authorisation, yes, go for it. I believe she needs this intervention. So yeah, I had a break there because my husband came in, he was half naked, like he shouldn't be on camera. YouTube might ban me. So yes, I agreed to the counsellor, and she's been seeing her now for a couple of weeks. And she rang me on Thursday after I'd had that same meeting, unbeknownst to her, I'd had the same meeting. Because she had some concerns about Holly. She disclosed to her the week before and this week, and there was some serious mental health concerns. Shook me a lot, like really badly. And that sounds really selfish that I'm seeing it from my perspective. But I knew that there was something up with Holly. Like I could tell by her mood. I could see the front she was trying to put on. But Holly isn't able to pretend all that much. And the minute she thought I wasn't watching her, her face would drop. And I knew there was something. And I've mentioned this to the school and to the counsellor. And someone she rang, you're right, Holly is having very dark thoughts. So she'd obviously, because this had been a repeated concern, she'd had to take it to a safeguarding level to safeguard Holly, who came back after they reviewed everything and said she has no intent, she has no plans to harm herself. However, you do need to discuss with parents because we don't want this to grow. So she came to me and she told me about it, and we talked at length about what had caused it, and there was a few different things. And it just highlighted how badly Holly struggles socially, more than the professionals had taken on board. Even though I've been telling them, they just think I'm an overbearing mother, basically. And now it's been proven that I'm not. I am overbearing. I am a mama. I am, like, gun ho. You hurt my child, I'm going to get you. But with the disclosures she's made, they've now agreed that her counselling will be extended into the 6 weeks holidays to help her, support her. And I have had some very emotional conversations with Holly, with her dad, a stepdad and a stepmum as well. And we're going to get back on an even keel. We are. I think I've even had words with my extended family on my side, because Holly has always been the child that's happy-go-lucky and she's okay and she's fine and everyone just thinks she's fine, and they don't contact her. She has her own phone, she has a phone number, they all have it, and they don't contact her, they don't keep up with her. And I think she's become very isolated that way in the family, because she's a child that's apparently everyone is fine, and she's not. So I've reached out to my extended family and said, she's not fine. You need to be making contact with her. I need to make more effort to spend more one-on-one time with her because our little sister is so high need. Me and my husband, I think we've neglected Holly emotionally. And that has been very hard to come to terms with. All the time I've been thought I've been protecting her and supporting her, and she hasn't been getting what she needed off me. That's going to change. And then it came to light that an incident she had with a new girl in her school, which this parent has already been pulled for the behaviour of their child. However, this child was new to the school, and Holly, remembering what it was like to be the new girl, went out of her way to make sure she was very friendly, welcoming, making sure they felt included in everything. And it got to the point where this child realised that Holly had a disability, that she had autism. And this child apparently doesn't like children with autism. Great parenting there. Fabulous parenting. And I say that because this child is 11. She's learned it from somewhere. And she would say to Holly, when Holly tried to speak to her, say, hello, don't you speak to me. Excuse me? And for Holly, a child who already struggles with how to approach people, how to read body language, how to know whether her communication is welcome, it was just devastating. And I dealt with the situation at the time. Even I didn't realise the lasting impact it had on Holly. Because the counsellor said to me, she is really struggling with the idea of going to senior school because of all the new people she'll have to meet, and she won't know whether they wanted to talk to them. That child has completely broken my child's confidence in seeing a lot of people. Just saying hello. Because she didn't know whether to be welcome. So much so, and I think it was only yesterday when I realised how high the impact had been, because when she goes to a senior school, her actual cousin is going to be in her tutor group. And when I spoke to someone today, they've got the same surname because they've got their dads are brothers, and because of that they've got the same surname. The school have interpreted as they must be twins. I mean, they could possibly pass for twins apart from Holly's bigger. They're both blonde and blue-eyed. Very similar facial features and things. So the school have put them in the same tutor group, probably thinking that they're twins. Fabulous. And Holly used to hang out with this cousin all the time. Separations in the families and obviously all that kind of jazz. I'm not with Holly's dad. That individual is no longer, Amelia's mum's no longer with her dad, so there's been a bit of separation, unfortunately. Nothing malicious, but they're absolutely fine with each other, but just our lives are in different courses. But Holly knows his cousin, and he used to play with it all the time as a kid. When Holly sees someone or meets someone, she gives them a hug. She's a hugger. She's a massive hugger. And yesterday, when she said, because that cousin's going to be in my class, and I'm going to see her at the induction day, I was like, yes, you are. Because I'm having an induction day this week coming before this, to introduce them to the tutor and everything into the school. And she said, could you tell me whether she'd want me to hug her? I was like, what do you mean? She went, when I see my cousin, do you think she'll let me hug her? And I was like, well, you'd normally hug her, wouldn't you? She's like, yeah, but I haven't seen her in ages, and I don't know whether she'd want me to hug her. And I was like, would you like me to message your auntie and ask if she can ask you if she want a hug off you? She's like, yeah, can you do that, Mum? Because I can't tell. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to message her. In fact, once I finish recording, I'm going to message her. But that one incident has broken Holly's confidence in showing affection, in greeting people, in trying to make new friends. So currently the counsellor is not only just working on transition over to a larger environment, she's also trying to help Holly identify signs that she can go by that someone's receptive to her approaching them, to saying hello. Sorry, tear, because the one thing I didn't want broken in Holly, and one little has managed to do it. So yeah, after a very lengthy phone call with the counsellor, we've come up with some action plans for Holly. I reached out to a biological dad who lives down the road and is working away during the week. And I don't think he realised the impact him working away would have on her, like, because it wouldn't impact his other kids the way it would Holly. He hasn't really thought about it, and he just started doing it without really having a full conversation with Holly, and Holly's missing him really badly. Because they have a great relationship. It's something we all encourage. You know, he's a dad. And even he said to me, she can call me after 5 o'clock, I've told her. But the way Holly's brain works, it lacks initiative that way. It always has, and it always will. But he then pointed out, he straight away said to me, I've done the wrong thing. I need to phone her, don't I? I was like, yeah, you do. Like, I'm glad you realised, like, can you please, you need a video caller every day if you need be. While you're away, just keep contact with her. So he's going to do that. I've took her out last night for tea, and apparently an uncle came along as well. And bless even her eldest cousin. Even though he's in the middle of moving house, he's working full time, got a new baby, him and his partner were exhausted. The two of them, him and his partner, went out and bought a few little gifts for Holly, and I took her around and they showed her the new house and told her she was always welcome, and that, you know, when they've got sorted out and organised, they want to have her around for tea. And our other auntie Laura's reached out to her and messaged her and said hello, and our other cousin's messaged saying she loves her, and yeah, we're getting there. I've said to everyone, I need everyone, including me, a bit more effort with her. Like, she's important, she needs to know she's important. So yeah, that kind of imploded my entire week. After that, I was no good for anything. Thursday night, I felt no matter which way I was turning, I was walking into a brick wall. My head was booming because I'd done a lot of crying with Holly, reassuring her that she hasn't done anything wrong, and I'm so glad that she's told someone. It's just making sure we keep up with it and that we make her the priority, which leads me on to the business changes that I'm making, that I have to make. So during last year I opened a physical shop, and in March this year the lady who was in there with me left without any notice. I did try to keep the shop open, but it became quite apparent it was taking up too much time. I couldn't keep the shop open and be the parent and be a wife and everything else in between. So I closed the physical shop. I went back to having my studio and pushing online, and I was going to look at booking in some markets later in the year. And I have been having my studio, but obviously sales massively dipped, as they do. I was expecting it, but we were working on finances to be able to still afford the studio. And you know, we still can afford the studio. But with everything that's come to light with my eldest, it showed me that my priorities are too far the business, and it definitely needs to be more at home, and that money that I'm spending on the studio would be much, much better spent investing in my kids, into a lot of the sensory, more of the sensory stuff they need. And my eldest is a major drama geek. Like, she loves amateur dramatics, she loves theatre and musicals. She's just, yeah, everything that's joy. And when I was reevaluating on Thursday night, I was talking to my husband before he went to work, and I said to him, I'm going to give up the studio, because I think the money we're spending there, until obviously the business picks it up and pays it itself, I could take Holly everywhere. Like, I could take her all over. I could take her to different musicals in the northeast. Like, there's something I could do with her, and I can't, because so I'm not doing it anymore. I'm bringing the studio home. I've got no space. I've got no space. There is no space in my house for it. I've got this little room, but we're going to jig around. We're going to reconfigure the. I've got my kitchen's over here, right? This is actually the dining room. It's tiny, but it's my dining room. In my kitchen, there's like a pantry cupboard. It's not used as a pantry. My tumble dryer's in there. My tumble dryer is going to go under the stairs. That freezer is going to go in that cupboard, which frees up that corner. That is a cupboard. It has got a load of old stock in, so I need to go through, chuck a load of crap out, put a mass clearance sale on my website for like £1 or whatever, just to cover the cost of whatever I made. I think, yeah, I'm just going to put them on for cost price, get them out of the way. There's like jars that are scuffed and stuff that I never saw because I didn't like to sell scuffed jars, because, you know, girls got standards. But they're going to go on sale. I'm going to put them up for £1 or £2 on the bargain candle. Bargain! I'll put them up. I'm going to get them gone. That's squealing with my youngest. She's in the living room. We're having dramas with that one. I'll get to that later. She's 5. She's fine. But yeah, I'm going to sort that cupboard out so that can be candle storage stuff, and I'm gonna be pulling back on the business. Instead of expanding out everywhere, I'm going to pull it back, and we're going to be streamlining everything. That Calyx unit has already got a load of products on now because I've been to a market today, and I've done a market today. Yay! First market in 7 months. It actually went alright. It was good. It was at Holly's Senior School, their summer fair. It was actually alright. Enjoyed myself. Kind of. I was exhausted. Me and my husband were like, but we made it through. So the stock that I took there, the stuff that I didn't sell, is back on here. Back to the cups one. There's my trolley things here. So there's some stock still in there, but everything else is in there. So I've got lots of sorting to do in my house, mass sorting to do. We've even talked about the possibility of moving our bedroom into the living room and having the bigger bedroom upstairs as a studio. I've done it before. In our previous property, I've done it before. Am I going to do that? I don't know yet. I think I just want to get the studio shut down where it is and move it home as much as I can, and then see where we're at and if we need to change things, if it's too much. So even the desk that I'm on now, it's an IKEA table thing. It's a long one, so I've had lots of like creative space. I'm going to throw one. I've got a smaller one in the shed that I put in there for storage. That's going to come in here. This long one's going to go in there. I've got a big Calyx unit like that at the studio. That's going to come in home, and my 2 short square ones that have 4 blocks in each. That's going to come over here. All my racking needs to come down. That's going to come in here and be stored in the shed. I think I might have 1 racking up for storage in this room, and then the rest will be in the shed, built up, used as storage in there. So I'll have to store raw materials in the shed because I just don't have enough room everywhere. I'm in for a busy couple of weeks because I go away on the 7th of July to Cornwall for a week, so that loses a week, and I'm going on that holiday. I'm going on that holiday. We need that holiday. So for the I'm doing this on the cuff. There's no script. I've got an anxious ball of anxiety in my belly, but I need to make these changes. Like, I am not sacrificing a moment of my child's happiness for a candle business. I'm not doing it. Children first. They are my babies. Yeah. And where my house is, where her new school is, like 5 minutes. I can just zip around when she needs me. Like, I'm here. I'm not over in another town. Like, I'm there. I'm on call. So that's where we're at. I'm downsizing massively. And the fact is, right, made up this candle range. And I love it. I love this candle range. This smells like I actually cleaned today. My sarcastic candle range. And I've been so, I would say almost lost for quite some time as to what candle range I should be putting out. Like, I've been really lost and in a creative funk. And then I've made these and I've been doing the promotion that, like, obviously I'm doing the social media plugins and stuff like that, and I'm getting some like really like good receptive feedback, and I took some of these today to the market and I sold a couple already, like buzzing. So I think these are the way to go. The little like 6-ounce candles, clear jar, and it's all about good scents and the funny label to go with them. Like, so this smells like actually clean today, and it's lemon top. It's zingy, creamy, and it's Northern royalty. If you don't know what lemon top is, you're missing out. Like an ice cream and a personality all in one. It's Teesside approved. So basically lemon top is an ice cream. It's a normal like Mr. Whippy ice cream cone with the most gorgeous, tantalising and zesty lemon sorbet. It was invented by Pasitos and Redcar on top of the ice cream. Ugh. Every time I got Redcar, that's in me gob. Another one. This smells like I have my life together. I don't. And it's scented fresh linen. It's crisp, clean, complete lie. Like you definitely cleaned today, but didn't. And this one helps me off. This smells like my last nerve is on fire. That's me daily. And it's Sauvage, bold, moody, emotionally unavailable. Smells like expensive cologne and a man who'll ghost you in 2 weeks. Dating life. Oh. And this one's definitely me. These candles are all me. This smells like I need a therapy, not a candle. And that is honey and musk. Sweet, smooth, secretly sultry. Like soft cashmere and flirty eye contact across the room. Smells like you're the wholesome love. You're the wholesome one with a wild side. Yeah, and carry on that way. This smells like I'm outdoorsy when there's Wi-Fi. No Wi-Fi, no Lindsay. Mountain air, crisp, cold, and completely unbothered. Like fresh air, no signal, and absolutely no responsibilities. Dreamy. So I keep wanting to fork it. They're on a shelf, just tea at the side. This smells like I'm ignoring my to-do list. Yes I am. Bora Bora, tropical, breezy, mentally checked out. That was me Thursday night. Like a cocktail in hand and absolutely no idea what day it is. Smells like booking a holiday just to escape your group chat. I've got a few group chats, I'll do that too. If the shoe fits, yes, it's you. Oh, bring these four on the wall together, why not? This is turning into a candle expo and I didn't mean to. This smells like I'm the favourite child, obviously. And this is Angel. Sugary, strong, sweet with a side of chaos. Like perfume from 2001, but make it fierce and slightly dramatic. This smells like I'm the main character. Frosted rose, petals soft, passive aggressive. Smells like your posh aunt who always comments on your life choices with a smile. We've all had one of those. This smells like I don't give a fluff. Now, I've changed the word into fluff instead of you'll know what that word's meant to be. You'll all know, don't pretend you don't. Because I have kids. And as much as I'd find that candle funny with that label on, it needs to be PG. Because my kids read. Well, one of them does. So yeah, fluff. Black cherry, juicy, sweet, slightly delusional. Like, you've got your life together, even if your laundry says otherwise. My laundry says otherwise all the time. And the last one, this smells like I'm too pretty to be stressed. Snow fairy, sweet, magical, slightly too much. Smells like a unicorn exploded in your bathroom, in the best way. So yes, those are my 10 tongue-in-cheek, sarcastic little candles. I love them. I've enjoyed thoroughly making them. I put some of my personality into a candle range and I've loved every minute of it. So for me, that is the way forward. So what that means is bringing the studio home, everything being from home, I'm going to focus more on the things I love to make, not just what I think everyone else will want from me. I am keeping up my scented things, like my candles obviously need to be made and then cured, so they're the products I need to keep in stock. But things like my room sprays, my diffusers, my car diffusers, what else do I make? Oh, my wax melts, they need to be cured as well. So my candles and wax melts need to be cured because they're a soy wax and I want the best scent throw for you. So they have to be, I cure them for about 2 weeks before I sell them, basically. So, my room sprays, my room diffusers, my car diffusers, and some other bits. And even my Hoover discs, they only need 24 hours before I can package them up and send them. So, they can be made on the cuff. So I can keep the raw materials in, and then as they're ordered, I'll make them. I'll just make sure that I've got the labels made in stock, which is fine. Oh, that's the point. Where am I going to put me label hanger that I love? Ah. I'll figure it out. I always do. So yeah, I'm gonna have that cupboard for the candles. I've got racking that I can come and put on the wall for the wax melts. I can put them on this wall up high. That's absolutely fine. So yeah, I'm gonna refocus the business, streamline it so that I can still keep the business in a capacity that it doesn't overshadow what I need to do for my kids, and my overheads are completely gone apart from raw materials, which is the best way. I need to do it, so I'm going to do it, and my child will be happier. I'm going to make sure she's happier. But I will obviously keep updates, and I'm going to do the studio vlogs first. I'll just be doing them from home, and you can even come along with me while I decorate this flipping house. I've lived here for 2 years, barely decorated it. It's disgusting. We're really we're frustrated with ourselves because we haven't put the effort into decorating the house. Obviously we have a severely autistic 5-year-old who leaves chocolate finger marks everywhere. Downstairs it's all chocolate, I promise. It's just a bedroom sheet covered in poop. My brother's partner, they're getting married in October. She actually ran her carpet cleaner around to me today so that I could clean my carpets because I was beside myself and I just sat and cried. So she ran her carpet cleaner around, and I've used all the solutions, so I need to buy some more because I've still got more carpet. I've still got carpets to clean. It's been a week. It feels like this week's been an entire year. There's enough stress in this week for an entire year. I'm done now. No more, please. I'm done. And then I decided to leave the studio, move it home, so that's another stress. But my last day in the studio in Stockton is going to be the 24th of July, so I need to be packed up and moved out before then. I need to clean the carpet in there because obviously I'm a messy cow. So I'm going to do that. But you know what? We can do it. It's fine. I can do it. I'll manage it. I will get it done. We'll get it done. Be fine. So in this week's vlog, you've seen me all chirpy and excited, you've seen me fall apart, and I'm back to being chirpy again. I think I'm slightly unhinged. It's definitely been one of those weeks where if you didn't laugh, you'd cry. And trust me, I've shed loads of tears this week. I have cried, my eyes are sore. Even my husband's close to the edge, bless him. Like, and I'm getting very reassurance needy, which I think is getting to him as well. Because he actually sat me down today and said to me, I love you. I'm not going anywhere. The only time I leave is if they put me in a box, like that type of thing. Like, I think because we're both really, really stressed and we try not to take it out on each other. Yeah, I've been a bit needy with him today. But it's okay. Oh God. What another group chat. It's about my sister's birthday though, so I have to be in this one. Right, on that note, if you have made it this far into the vlog and you've watched my nervous breakdown, thank you. Thank you for sticking around. I will bring you along on my crazy couple of weeks to come. Apart from the 7th of July where I'm going to Cornwall for a week and I'm kicking back with the kids and the husband. I'm pretty sure I'll be filming then as well, probably. Because, you know, vlog life. Anyway, thank you for sticking around and for following, supporting. It means everything, it really does. I mean, so I've been getting some Instagram DMs from people saying I've watched your vlog, like, it's brilliant, thank you for that. And I'm like, thank you. Like, it's so good to hear that feedback. Like, thank you very, very much. It's been a week. Oh, it's been a week. It's been a week. Yeah, it's been a week. That's all I keep saying. It's been a week. It's been a week. It's been a week. I've got a lot to do. A very short amount of time to do it in. But I'm going to get it done. And most importantly, I'm going to make sure my kids are happy and safe and mentally stable. Yeah, mentally stable, yeah. Even now my head's pounding. My husband mentioned maybe having to sit in the garden tonight and having a drink or two once the little one's in bed. Don't think so, pal. I'll be taking some painkillers and going to bed myself. Anyway, thank you for sticking around, for watching the vlog, for sticking with me. I will show you all the chaos and madness that is to come in the next couple of weeks. I will show you how I change my house around, how I fit the studio that is a massive room into this small space and into the shed. And yeah, it's going to be madness. But as my nephew said to me the other day, Lala, because they all call me Lala, because when he was a baby he couldn't say Lindsay, Auntie Lindsay, so he called me Auntie Lala, and it's stuck and all the kids have called me that. His words the other night to me were, Lala, if anyone can do anything, it's you. Like, you, that's what you're known for in this family. If anyone can do something, you can do it. Without a doubt. And I was like, thanks, son. Thank you for that. At least someone's got some confidence in me. Oh, goodness. Oh, if I didn't laugh, I'd cry. I'm going to keep trying and see the positives. And even my friend was texting me today, and we had a phone call, and I was unloading on her, and she was like, I feel you, like, obviously one of her daughters is autistic, and she's like, I can completely understand how she's feeling that way, and it's a massive shock, I know. And she I don't know what I'd done today, like, she put a pep talk me this morning, bless her. Anyway, back to ending the vlog. ADHD brain, man. Yes, thank you for sticking with me, and I will show you the craziness that's to come. I will show you the move. I will show you how I fit it all in. But most of all, I am going to keep going. I'm going to keep the business going, so there will be more vlogs from me. And I'm just going to be the best mum I can be. if there's anything worth it in this world changing things for, it's for my kids. That's what I'm going to do. Stick with me, and I will see you next time. Hopefully I'll be a bit more mentally stable. Can't see it myself, but thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. Please do like the video if you do like it, and subscribe if you can. That would be amazing. Thank you very much. Toodles!